Hello, hello. Welcome to the Barry White edition of Old Bridge. So, welcome everybody. Good to see you. Hope the pollen and the weather do not have you under the weather. However, I am dealing with a cold. I think everybody in here, except for the Canadian, I think, has dealt with a cold of late, right?
I've just considered it now. It's permanent. It's part of my day of life now. It's never going to go away. It was a question. I woke up one morning and I thought, do I have a cold, flu? Is it allergies? Is it COVID? Is it I'm over 50? And the answer I got back from everybody was yes.
All of the above.
All of the above. So this is just now part, feeling like I constantly have a cold it's just now part of every day. It's just part of every day. Hey, look at old Surly.
I saw your old Surly. He had to go to YouTube to tell us he was in there. I didn't hear it pop when when the music was going. Sorry, man.
That's okay. I'll blame it on either old age or sickness for all of us. Then it
works. We don't get to Lego. We just talk like old men rocking on our front porch. But let me just tell you, I got gaslighted by Wendy's the other day because it was Sunday. It was actually yesterday. So we had a fellowship Thanksgiving dinner at church. My wife was cooking. She cooked pork tenderloin. It was delicious. We had a great meal, great time. So right after we cook all day, so I was feeling bad, so I was not allowed in the kitchen, but I was allowed to feed my son. So I went to Wendy's to get us some food, and I got me some food. And so I ate my food in the car. So I taste my burger, and it's awful in cardboard. And I'm like, what? And so I put that down. I'm driving. I grab my French fries and I take a bite of French fries, and they're awful in cardboard. I'm like, holy cow, I got COVID and I've given it to everybody, right? And then so I take my drink and I drink it. And it tastes terrible. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what? So I pull out another fry and I look at it as I'm driving. There's not a lick of salt on it. I look on the burger. It has no condiments on it. And the drink was from a freestyle machine, so who knows what I did. So I finally pull up and I tell Jake to come to the car. I said, you come to the car, get your food, taste your fries. He went, oh, these are terrible. I'm like, I'm cured. So Wednesday's about gaslighted me into thinking I had COVID yesterday, and I didn't. They were just awful. So that was my life. Thank you very
much. Over to be Chris.
I am. Martin. Martin is Spicy Martin tonight. That's my favorite Martin. Spicy Martin is the best. I am not passing that off. Oh no, Steve. Well, we're going to say your name wrong then, so you aren't coming on our show, Mr. Polga. Anyway,
I actually had to write his name down today, and now I was like, oh, that's how you say it.
It's not hard.
Write his name down.
But no, I actually had to write it down, so it's ingrained in me because I had that tactile insertion into my brain versus just seeing it and just glossing over it.
Yeah.
So now it's locked in. So now I can't say it wrong anymore.
Were you taking names or something, or what were you doing?
Christmas card list.
Maybe.
When I was
I don't know.
When I was in college, I discovered the hard way that flashcards do not work for me because I'm a visual person. I take a picture of things in my brain. And so like flashcards don't work because the definition is hidden. You can't see it. So I learned that the most effective way for me to learn Latin vocabulary, because I was a cool kid and studied Latin in college.
Sure, keep telling yourself that, doctor.
Write out the word and then write out the definition. Like writing out the definition actually put it in my brain. And so I'm not at all surprised that writing out his name helped you actually remember.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. And I know we're yet to talk about Lego, but this does relate to it in some way, shape, or form.
Oh boy.
In a dark spiral somewhere. But most of my vocabulary tests for anything, I would make myself a cheat sheet. And just because I made the cheat sheet, I never needed to use the cheat sheet.
Yep.
Because it was. And you know what? It totally makes sense. Flashcards don't work for me either. But making a cheat sheet, it ingrained into my brain, and then I would know what I needed to know. So that's funny. Information that would have helped me 40 years ago.
So I keep talking about this the first day of class. And I had a student, young woman, she came in sat in the front row, so she wasn't hiding the back where students who, are kind of, some students are wont to do sometimes. And first day of class, she draws a picture. It's like a horse. And the next day she comes in, she draws a house. And the next day she draws a flower. Every day she comes and just draws a picture. And I'm really worried about her. We get to the test. She's like, A minus B plus score. And I handed her test back and I said, okay, how does the picture work? Because you never write down any text. And I'm talking about, like presidents and the Constitutional Convention, and all you're doing is drawing a picture of a horse. Like, how does that work? I don't get that. Like, I want to know. Like, I really want to know. And she says, well, I put all of my drawings for your class in the same folder. And when it's time to review, I just get out each picture and I can actually hear you talking when I look at the shape of the horse. And I was like, no way. She goes, yeah, that's how I study. And I'm like, mind blown. But so I tell my students that the first week, and I say, look, not everybody studies the same way. Like, I can't use flashcards. They don't work for me. And this young lady, for her, I think Mr. Giddens here knows the term, but basically it's like a mind-body connection, like the activity.
Secondary encoding.
What is it called?
Secondary encoding.
Nice. It's very PhD of you. I like that.
Which is also the reason why Chris doodles in meetings as well.
Yes.
It actually keeps that monkey with the symbols in my brain that's going off all the time busy while I can learn. So that's what's going.
So here's an encoding question. I have built certain Lego sets while like putting a movie on. Do you ever look at a Lego set and think of the thing that we were watching while you built it?
Ooh. Well, it's either Star Trek or MASH, so I don't know.
Okay, do you think of a specific episode? You're like, oh, I was watching Wrath of Khan when I put this piece in the spot.
I was building the Galaxy Explorer when Hawkeye revealed that it was the Korean lady killed the baby. That's what I remember every time. So I'll never get one again. I will not watch that part of MASH. I was traumatized as a kid by that. I will not watch that. So.
Right when he yells, "Khan," that's when I dropped this piece on the floor.
Oh, me. All right. We got some cool folks in the chat. Spicy Martin has been here. Zizu is here. Hello. Autumn is here. Hello. Fall Equinox. Hoping you'll be in Atlanta again. Entertainingly Lame is here. Hello. Hello.
Ryan.
Yeah. Awesome.
Ryan. Hey, I've got a
Ken
question.
Deering is here, a name from our murky past. I'd love to hear that. So Steve Pulda is here also. So anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody.
I've got a Martin question.
You got a Martin question? Go ahead.
Yeah,
You're Martin.
Is it a Martin question?
It's a Martin
It's a
from
Martin.
Alabama question. Martin, can the British be the tiebreaker? Do the British celebrate Thanksgiving, and do they celebrate American Thanksgiving or Canadian Thanksgiving?
You realize that Thanksgiving is a North American thing?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Like, do they? Because so originally Halloween was basically just a U.S. North America holiday, but now it's increasingly global. I'm seeing like Dutch hat companies making Halloween hats, and
You would track history through that. Anyway,
it helps. This hats unlocks all this secret knowledge.
Technically, Halloween didn't originate in America, but we commercialized the crap out of it just like we did Christmas.
Okay.
Well,
So-
and just like Thanksgiving, Black Friday is
True,
probably
true.
what the Europeans would do versus Thanksgiving,
Probably.
right?
And now I'm getting like ads for Black Friday again from European companies.
Oh.
Like, this isn't even your thing. Like, that's our thing.
Oh, but it's
Spicy Martin says the English are thankful all year round.
and then they get their plate of Banners and mash, and
Except on
Realize that they're
Guy
not.
Fawkes.
Bangers
Except on
and
Guy
mash.
Fawkes Day. You're not thankful on Guy Fawkes.
That's true.
Ugh.
All right, so I'm actually building something. I got like for a couple of bucks, I got this Mario set, the Rhino, because I like the parts in it. It was on clearance, and I'm having to use the super kitified instructions on the phone, and it is striking my ADHD that I've got to put one plate on next. Watch it flip around and do a dance and do all this kind of stuff. It's like, stop it. you went ahead and put this book in there, 3 more pages that I had all the instructions, and I would have been okay.
You know what's interesting is that the Mushroom House, the Bricklink Designer Program Mushroom House, if you go to the instructions app, it only gives you the interactive instructions like that, where you got to go like, it's like I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say this, it's like a 4-year-old for instructions. But if you actually go to the link from the QR code in the set, it allows you to actually download the PDF. So I found it was very strange that the Lego app didn't have the instructions as well, but you could download a PDF of it. So that was very strange.
What's the set number, Chris?
71420, the little rhino thing I'm building.
And I think Steve is in the back room, in the back door.
He's joining us in the quarantine. Good day, eh?
Hey there, guys.
Hey.
Yeah, when I build stuff, I usually think about whatever I'm listening to whenever I look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, you can download the instructions in PDF off of the website. Shop at home.
I got you. That would be good. I'm also realizing that when I build a set and when I have like a booklet, I think I actually look at all the steps on the page kind of as I glance through it, and my brain knows where we're going.
Yep.
And that kind of helps me flow. Doing these little baby steps is driving me absolutely bonkers. It's like, I know, get on with it. It's like the turkey scene in WKRP. Before the turkeys start falling, Les Nessman is reading the sign on the back of the helicopter and going, happy,
Wow.
thanks.
WKRP.
Wow, that's an old
that's a
poll
deep
there.
cut.
That's an old show, you little kid. I ain't having any of your.
But it's
I'm aware-
relevant right now.
I'm
because
aware of it, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Is it? You don't know your history, son.
Is it
I know
streaming?
who Les Nessman is, and I can visualize what the characters look like, but I have no idea who they are.
I think it
God
was
is my
Magnus.
witness. I thought turkeys could fly.
I think Magnus was talking it up after on our post show the other day about what a great show it is, and it occurred to me like I've never seen it on any streaming platforms. Is it available anywhere? Because I would go back and watch some of that.
It was playing on
It
like
might be on
Nick
Paramount.
at Night or something like that.
Nick
The
at Night?
problem with it is all the licensed music they have in it.
Yeah.
And then they had to go back and strip some of it out, and it loses a little bit of the 70s magic in it. And they tried their revival and everything. So I think even with the stripped out music and other music, it's hard to put it on streaming.
Got it.
because of all those licenses and stuff.
It's
like that.
expired. They were in perpetuity.
Yeah, a lot of those are probably like, yeah, sure, you can play our song, and now like, no, you got to pay for that. So that's probably the way I went.
So a
Go ahead.
long-running epic saga is I was mailing Steve Paluda some parts, and they didn't show up for like 2 weeks, and so I mailed them again, and then
Then
I
they
think
showed up, but it was
I think the second
second-
package
yeah.
passed the first one, and he actually got that one before the one I originally mailed, which was
and then,
Bizarro
like,
World.
then like a week later, I get the first package. And I'm like, what is this? And I open it up, I'm like, oh, wow, that's. I didn't get it. I'm like, what? How'd that happen?
They got
They're not
rerouted through
photographed.
Canada.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to give you some stuff back when I see you in February.
Sure.
For the record, the package got rerouted through Canada. We're having a postal strike right now, so
Or it went through that channel in New Jersey or whatever.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Chicago to New Jersey that one was a crazy one too.
So when we cross back from Canada to the US, there's like 3 crossings between Buffalo and Ontario down by, so there's like Niagara Falls, there's Buffalo, and there's one kind of in between. We went to the one in between, and it was a Sunday, and it was like dead. There was like one other car in the
Queenston,
other
Lewiston?
lane. What's that?
Queenston, Lewiston.
I think that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually the first one. Niagara
It's-
Falls is in between, but anyway,
It
continue.
was super slow. Like there was
Yeah,
no way. I hand the 2 passports to we're coming back from the States. I hand it to the U.S. Customs lady, and she's like, "And you're Thomas?" I'm like, "No, I'm Matthew." And he's like, I'm Thomas. And she's got the 2 passport photos, and she kind of looks at them, and she kind of looks at us, and she kind of has this expression like, well, if you say so. And then she just hands them back to us. Like, and Thomas Kinsey goes, you know, these black and white passport photos, we actually kind of look alike in these photos. Cause I don't think we look anything alike in person, but, and I looked, it's like, yeah, we kind of do look like splotchy, pasty white guys, you know, like kind of, but the look on her face is just like, whatever. I don't know if I believe you. You're claiming to be Matt and you're claiming to be Thomas, but whatever. Fine. Just go through it. No
Let's get out of my country.
And tune in next week when we rename the show Splotchy Patchy White Guys.
We all look the same.
Jeff will have to grow his beard out.
Hey, everybody say hello to Gene. Gene is here hanging out with us.
I still do not have my Steve Puller sticker because I have yet to run into Bobby, who was my courier. He was my mule from Chicago, and so I still don't have my Steve sticker.
So, Gene, you found 3 stickers, huh?
She's got
I
3 of these stickers.
honestly cannot remember if I hid 4. So, I don't know.
So I'm not sure where I put it, but I was gifted with a Zach Steinman sticker at Bricks and a Six.
Ooh.
And is shockingly a cube.
Shockingly, a what?
A cube.
A cube?
Yeah, that's what he builds. He's the cube guy.
Yeah, he's a cube guy.
Technically, for the record, Matt, one of my little tokens is in your Painted Ladies, physically inside.
Oh,
As
okay.
in, I opened the window and threw it in.
I put them in the box and I carried them in from the car and sat them down and that's it. That's all it's
We'll
happened.
find them in Atlanta, BrickCon.
Actually, I'm taking them in next month up to Tell Us where we do at the Science Museum. So the Painted Ladies are going there. So I'll discover your token there.
Probably not, unless you like rip the building apart.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to bring an extra sig fig to Atlanta. I bet you I actually hand deliver mine to Dana before he
Before I see Bobby. You know, the funny thing is that there was a time when I would run into Bobby like every 3 or 4 days.
Uh-huh.
And then now it's been like 3 months since we bumped into each other. So it's just it's hot or cold. It's weird.
I just tried to do my Hank Hill impression and it didn't come out. I went, Bobby, and it's terrible. I have some stupid throat.
Dang it, Bobby.
You're going through the change.
I am 53. It's been 40 years, but I'm going through it again. So
Second puberty. Yeah.
Second puberty.
all right. So I'm gonna save that for like $3 or $4. This Rhino set is actually a really good parts pack for space parts because it's got these little dude things in it.
Uh-huh.
These
Duder
little
things?
heads in gray, which are gonna be great for engine cowls. So
If
Speaking
you
of
like Engine Cowl Square, but yes.
Speaking of space parts, so at the parts draft, we did the Domo Avengers ship.
did you say no more Arigato?
Yes, that one.
The
And of course,
elementals?
There's these
Elemental.
printed cool spacey round
This-
tiles.
This was the set that I wanted to do parts drafts with, and I told everyone this is the
Yes.
set we should do parts drafts with because
And-
Simon did a parts draft with this in Chicago, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is the set to do a parts draft with." Go
And I
on,
bought
now tell your story.
2 on clearance. So I got to draft twice in this parts draft. So you
Which I
see the
think is
cool
illegal,
round
by the way,
thing?
but that's
See the
just my
cool
point.
roundy thing? This is how many I came home with.
Jeez.
Was that how many picks was that?
I had 2 picks in the draft. And
Holy-
then
No, I mean like how many times did you have to pick that part to get that many?
once they had bagged them all up in one bag. And I'm like,
No,
I
it's like
was
a
the
lot.
one that's usually like, let's sub. So like the silvery quarter bows. I'm like, let's split that up. So this was split into 4. So I got 1 of the 4 bags, but they didn't want to split this up. So I got like 20 of these babies.
Dang.
I don't know. I have no idea. And then the other thing is classic space people. Be prepared to be jealous. They put all of the large wing panels in one bag. So I got them
Nice.
all.
I think a lot of us have a lot of those though from the Star
do you?
Wars.
I
Are,
have.
those, are they paired up?
They are. I got all the left and the right. So I mean,
Nice.
I think the full number in the set.
What do you guys do in drafts when you've got left and right stuff? Do you pair them up or do you split them apart?
I don't have left and right anymore. Thank you very much. But
All right.
This draft, they were paired up.
And this episode has been brought to you by Uniball Pens.
And I was when we talked about Chris going through his second puberty or whatever, I was about to say, yeah, his ball is dropping again.
Yeah.
Now it's a tetherball.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
I just want to let you guys know I missed you.
we missed you.
Hey, we even had to drop some innuendos when you were gone just to make up for that.
I appreciate that immensely. I really do. You got to keep up the quota. Got to keep Chris in flux of watching him just kind of twitch
I'm
and
just
twerk.
feeling position crying, but it's okay. I can't remember my parts are, including that one. I'll be right back.
Boom, boom, boom.
Nice.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Dana,
So-
Dana, tell us about your little micro kitties, or what are you calling them? Midget
They're
kitties?
my brick mellows.
What are they?
They're brick mellows.
Brick mellows?
Yes.
is
Which
this
it's a-
Trouble's Bricking invention, or is this
Um,
an adaptation?
it's an adaptation. Well, I don't know. I basically just steal shit from people and make it my own. So you can call it whatever you want to call it. But what happened is that I was talking to another AFOL about doing a project to have it for something. And I was thinking in my head, I'm like, I kind of want to do something brick built and not doing minifigures and maybe a cat statue type thing because I like cats. And so it would kind of be a dual purpose. And I thought, I really kind of wanted to do something with a Lowell sphere, but kind of elongate it and kind of have some fun with it. And then I pulled up some images because I was just looking for drawings of circles to base off my cat with. And then I saw a Squishmallow, which is those silly stuffed animals that all the kids are raving about. And I was like, oh, wow, that looks cool. I wonder if I could do that. And so that's what I did. And this was basically the first one I did, which was a Calico Squishmallow in Lego using an elongated Lowell sphere and hot dogs for whiskers. And gosh darn it, if it wasn't just cute as can be.
Could I make a suggestion on how to improve it?
I'm always for
What?
suggestions.
What?
Put a jumper on the butt and stick a tail on it.
Well,
You
there
know,
was-
that is a
Literally.
sentence you don't want to
Literally.
say. Never mind. Go ahead.
I said stick a, not just start with the word jumper. All right.
well,
Put a
and
jumper on
my thought was to add a
Jumper butt.
tail.
And
My thought was to add a tail, but I was kind of going with the whole Squishmallow thing, and I wanted it to be kind of, solid and not
Right.
have something that's going to flick off because a tail is
Yep.
just going to flick off.
Dangly bits.
It's a dangly bit. I mean, the whiskers are already kind of dangly bits, but they're not too bad. They're not too bad. They're held on by it's one tile, and then of course I had to call up my good buddy Adam Nyes because he had just literally the same day I was doing these, he posted his banana peel skeleton thing, but without the skeleton. So he did the whole banana together. And I was like, oh, wait, that has white hot dogs in it because that's the only set that white hot dogs have come in. So I went to his house and I stole all his white hot dogs so that I could do my Calico cat or tabby cat. And then I also did another cat for Desmond, who's kind of a tabby white hybrid, and he's got white whiskers. And I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to share something because I don't think everybody knows this. And I'm going to leave it to you guys to either ruin it or use this power with your discretion.
oh, well,
All
right.
right, we will ruin this. This is what we do, but please go ahead.
Blue
This is what
hands
you were
on the
missing.
Calico cat.
Was that?
Blue hands on the Calico cat.
Blue hands on the Calico cat. No, so I wanted to do more cats, but I only, luckily I was able to get the white sausages from Adam, which he put in a bag labeled Dana's Wieners, and I still got it around here somewhere. And but my thought was I need to call customer service and see if I can order them.
Did you
Now,
ask
here's
them for his wieners?
I needed white wieners, and so I called in Lego for assistance.
I ran out of wieners.
So I called them up, and of course, I know they're not on Pick a Brick. And I asked them, I said, hey, I'd like to order these. I'd like to do I need these for making some Christmas gifts. And the customer service person went on hold, which, by the way, I hate Lego's customer service hold music. It's very haunting. But they came back, and they're like, well,
Is it Aaron Neville?
no, I don't remember who it was.
The mole is
But every time I get on hold, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot how I hate this music.
Trust
But-
me, there's worse hold music than
There,
Lego.
well, I'm sure there is, but it's not pleasant anyway.
We've
But-
got a rare small Paul sighting here.
It was a quick small Paul
What?
sighting in and out. But so here's the kicker. I asked him, I want to order 100 of them because I wanted to get enough to do other projects as well. And the lady said, well, it's going to be 6 weeks and I can't charge you for them because they're not in the system for sale, but I can go ahead and send them to you for free.
What?
This is the Space Baby exploit that you already discovered earlier.
It is the Space Baby, but I wasn't sure if it was by chance. But yes, now I can say this, that if you're looking for a specific part that's not on Pick-a-Brick yet, and you call them, there's a pretty high chance they will just ship them to you for
But
free.
6 weeks won't get there by Christmas because Christmas is a month away from today.
Which, ironically, they did say that they would probably not arrive till Christmas. However, they shipped.
Well,
So I might see them this week.
and if you're
Um,
buying pants, you can say they shipped your pants. So
And-
My pants. Which, by the
Dana-
way, I had to share that with my wife, and she thought it was hysterical.
your cats might need another adjustment though if you can't do the tail.
Well, that really will stick right on. I would have to
Yeah, that's
swap
what I was
out
thinking.
a
And it's
regular
puckered.
plate for a jumper plate so that I can pop that on there. But that is an acceptable modification. And like Mr. Sandlin, I am all about allowing others to modify their
Right.
builds.
And
I did
Lego's
see
done it, so
Paul.
it's a system butthole.
That's true.
Well, you can say that for a lot of things. That's great.
But,
All right, hey,
but
real
wait,
quick, I know we had a small Paul sighting. I don't know if small Paul knows the news, but Jake was excited today to find out that Fortnite is putting Godzilla in the next season.
What?
So
how did the world not end today with this news?
no, Jake is all psyched out about it. He's like, if it's a skin and you can just stomp around and everything like that, that actually would be pretty darn fun. So
That would be kind of cool.
Though the animations would kind of suck if he was a skin for a character.
no, it'd be cool. You could put like the weird backpack on him and some shoes and
But wait a minute, if they don't just do him as a skin, but they actually do a new skeleton for him, so you could still walk around, but as a regular sized character, but as like in a dinosaur suit, which would be cool.
No, there would be many of us Gen Xers who would be triggered by the thoughts of Godzuki, and we don't want that. So
Of God, what?
Godzuki.
you got to have a talk. This is time your son learn that that part of the lore, man. They got to know.
I've left that in the depths of the HE double hockey sticks along with Scrappy Doo. We don't talk
Yeah.
about that
I
either.
already know who Godzuki is. So
I would think he would. I would think. He would.
So bad. What would have been a really super cool show always had to have that stupid
that one stupid character.
One stupid character.
Blue Falcon would have been amazing, except for stupid Dynamite. You know, it was just the way of things.
Wasn't Godzuki like a dragon child of Godzilla or something?
It was just
He was
Yeah.
son of Godzilla, but
a little
It was
crap.
bad. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
it was very bad.
Oh, and then just to finish off my story, so I made these as the brick mellows, but then I also made bricklings, which is these cute little tiny things.
Catchphrase.
Catchphrase.
Well,
So-
you haven't gotten to the real reveal, which I was like, what? On Instagram when you shared the picture.
Oh, you mean Croker?
I guess I mean Croker.
You mean Croker?
Okay.
So, and of course, I actually, I halfway didn't share this, and I was actually going to try and find a way to find Simon Lou's address and just blindly, anonymously ship it to him. But I
Sorry,
did
Simon.
But I did do a frog, brick mellow, and
It's
Yeah.
hilarious. I love it.
it was fun.
You could ship his pants.
I could ship his pants. And I actually have two more animals that I have in the works. One of them I'm waiting on parts, and the other one I'm about to design. They're just fun. This is my dog. This is my bone that I'm chewing on because I've just been having fun with these. They're fun.
You know, there's been so many drops through the discussion of bananas and now that and all the things. Gil is rolling over in his Canadian whatever he's in. So.
I just recently joined a Facebook group called, I think it's like the Dull Men Facebook group, and it's always everything is banana for or banana for scale, and it's just
I'm in that group. Yes.
Are you okay?
And
I don't know how I came across it, but I love it. It's
So with Canada having a postal strike, you could probably mail that set in January and just tell them, "Well, I sent it to you for Christmas, but it's the Canadian postal strike."
yeah. Time will tell.
So you have a frog and a cat.
Frog and a cat, and I got 2 more animals I'm working on.
A moose, right?
Are they secret?
Well, I like to reveal. I like to do them as I like to hold that little. I'm trying to hold things more to the vest and being a little more
Mystical.
Savvy,
more
media
patient.
savvy.
Trying to be more patient and not impulse control issues. I'm trying to.
All
It's
right.
not easy. Let me tell you, it's not easy. But I'm
did you
working on
start
it.
taking Ritalin or something? I mean, come on.
You know what? The odds are I probably do have ADHD in some way, shape, or form. Raccoon's obvious, I know. Yeah, but no, I probably do have ADHD. I just don't know it, or it's some other trauma from childhood. So who knows what? But did anybody go and do double points this weekend?
No, I didn't buy a
I
single
did.
thing.
I did. I got a Christmas gift, and I won't be getting it until February.
I'm actually going to wait to open this till Christmas because this was kind of like the Christmas gift to myself. So
That's kind of Christmas gift, right?
Yeah.
The best part of that is your item will ship when you're halfway to Atlanta on your trip, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, I wonder when my Lego set's going to get here," and then
I gotta wait
oh
till
no,
after.
I can't play with it for 2
Yeah.
more days.
I did get this, which was cool. The little turntable. Wife's all excited about it, so she's going to get to open that. Could care less about the train.
You couldn't care less.
red wheels though on the train. That's great for
Grammar
classic
Nazi.
Is it good parts pack? Good.
Well, the wheels
It's got red
red,
wheels,
right?
Ooh, it's
Yeah.
got red wheels.
Yeah.
It's got red wheels.
I just find the GWPs this Christmas to be really lame. Like,
Well, no, they are. They have been. They have been. You're absolutely
Well, I was like, maybe I'll because I got to order a couple things for Jake, but they're not like massive. But the threshold on them are still stupid high. I mean, I want to get $100 Lego set at the Christmas season. I'm going to get zilch. So I'm
You're
like,
gonna get a $100 Christmas set though.
yeah, for Jake, not for me. So I mean, I was looking for the dad tax and some GWPs, but I
Well,
gotta.
if you had spent
that 1.5 times more
$65,
than that.
if you had spent $65 on Ninjago, Dreams, City, and Friends, you would have gotten at least a Christmassy type thing, which I have coming with a Dream set that's coming in the mail. But
The art kit.
the art kit.
Yeah, no.
but I would point out that if you go back and look at prior Black Fridays, the price point was always kind of high.
They have always been high.
What has changed is the like May, June, July price points were also very high this year. Like they were like $130. The Christmas stuff has always been a pretty high point. I think Lego just assumes people are going to be buying a lot for gifts or whatever, so they just set it up there. But you know me, I'm a total sucker for buying stuff so I can flip the GWPs. I didn't see a GWP there that I thought would sell or that I wanted. So I'm like, the only thing that was attractive to me was double points. I still haven't bought the Doctor Strange mansion is like the only big ticket item on my wish list right now. But I'm like, I'll just wait for another time when there's double points.
Is that one retiring soon?
I don't think so.
I ended up buying the 60s Batmobile. So that was my Christmas present. That
Merry Christmas.
I'll see in spring. So
I got a autumn reference of the Nutcracker that'll come in December. I think the other 2 GWPs will actually be they're more Christmassy, I think, that we'll see in December. And that has also been characteristic over the last couple of years as well. The Black Friday one is kind of meh, and then the ones in December have been better.
That's true.
Yeah. They probably, I know that their sales jump in December, and then late December they can't ship stuff out, so they've got to boost those sales for January, I guess. I don't know.
Speaking of December, have you guys heard the leaked rumored modular?
I was about to ask if y'all had seen a picture of
The
that.
methadone clinic. Oh, that was my rumor. I started that rumor.
That hurts.
Doctor Strange said it's still in production, Matt. You're good.
Yeah, it looks like a kind of a medieval or not. I mean, a Tudor, whatever.
It doesn't really. I don't know. You could say this about like Mazda's, like the diner. Like it just doesn't look like it fits. But I don't know.
But I mean, I thought it was at least more interesting visually than Jazz Club, which I thought was a total snooze fest.
Yeah.
Or even the museum. Like I've had the museum in my house for like 2 months, and I've yet to build it.
Really?
It's
Well,
just,
Yeah, but realistically, I can't comment on that because I have so many sets in the basement that I haven't built yet. So it's kind of just like a thing now.
Along with 3 hitchhikers, but we're not talking about that. So
They're dead. All right.
Those are Mormons, not hitchhikers.
But that's one thing about being antibiotics for 2 months is I actually dug into my closet of shame and built quite a few
You
sets.
dug into my basement?
You don't actually know how many people are in your basement.
I was gonna make a
That's
comment
terrible.
about you coming over to Adam's house for parts, and you just didn't use my house key to come in and just take them. But then I realized I was probably on the road when you came over.
Well, and you didn't, and I knew you didn't have the peel set, so I couldn't steal the white sausages. So
I just let you know we put in enhanced security after the basement theft, so we
I-
would've known if you'd stop by.
I assumed you would have. You should have. Yeah.
just as FYI, if you're moving to the Atlanta area, find out where Dana lives and do not live within 30 minutes of driving at least, and never let him have the keys to your house. So that's.
I thought you were going to say because I wind up scooping up all of the CMF figures, which is also a problem. So
That's why some of us just buy a whole case, and we don't have to bother competing with you.
all right. There's the I can't think of the word now.
I agree with that.
You mentioned the CMF figs, and I was wanting to ask what you guys thought about the F1 collectibles series, the mini collectibles.
It's a car.
Yeah. And everybody's like, "Oh, it's got a new nose piece," and I'm like, no, that's a whole base. Like it's a whole chassis, so it's not.
it's a snooze fest.
Yeah.
It's racers without play feature. I mean,
And with
racers.
actual minifig helmets instead of
Yeah.
no,
that is-
Now, if they turn around and make Lego Hot Wheels compatible track and use some sort of function to spit them through like they do for Hot Wheels, I still won't buy it, but I would applaud them for doing it. Oh, and by the way, I just finished building a darker gray cat to go with the light
Right.
gray cat. So now I have 2 shades of gray for kitties. So
Where do you get more to go?
Autumn says the rumor. People were saying that the modular rumor pictures looks a lot like a Bricklink built set. I agree with that. Yeah.
Not to say that a Bricklink built set would be horrible, but
No.
in this scenario, it is. So
Well, I mean, I would say like the mocks that people are building are
Black
better
Nose
than
looks better.
the sets that Lego sells. And that I'd say that the mocks have caught up to what Lego sells in a lot of cases.
in some ways, in some of them for sure, some
Yeah,
of them for sure. Like
I
the
don't even
mushroom
get a
house
chance to-
was much more entertaining than some of the some official sets for something like those lines. So there was some tricky little part usage in there that I was like, ooh, that was nice. That was nice. That you wouldn't normally get from a Lego designer.
Moto said Hot Stunts is Hot Wheels. It is kind of interesting to see how those stunt sets with that track, they are really all the time on super low discount on Amazon, and they are still on. They ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So,
But those track pieces, those curly pieces, those the rope ramp pieces or whatever, they're cool, and I want to do something for New Hashima with those. So
but isn't that what what Matt's doing? Aren't you doing that,
Yeah.
Matt?
something similar, close to it, yeah.
What are you talking about?
But you're using the wind. You're using the garage door pieces for yours.
You've missed a lot.
Oh, I have.
He's using the RAM pieces as well in the trans colors.
Color me.
Somebody said New Hashima, and boom, there she is, monitoring our communications.
Ooh, nice. I like. That works.
Ugh.
Yes,
New Hashima is the old. Neo Atlanta is the new.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I do need to order my shirt though. So yes, thank you for reminding me.
Oh,
we
I
did.
ordered a shirt too.
We said Hashima.
Like you need an excuse to buy a shirt.
Actually, I have been very good about not buying shirts. I've been very good about not buying clearance sets, kind of. And I've been very good about holding off on buying a lot of sets knowing that there were GWPs in November, December, so I'm saving those to use now. So. And I also learned last year that a lot of the sets that I like that I don't necessarily have to have day one wind up being put on sale in December. So I'm picking up a lot of those. I really held off on buying all the Dream sets, and I will buy them in December. So.
Oh, have I mentioned that I picked up 2 of these for half off? The Classic Space.
Good parts.
15.
Not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's kind of bad. This is what had the word Classic Space on it, but okay.
Now, speaking of space, I picked up this little guy.
Oh, the
Master Model
game.
Master Model Builder Academy guy?
No, this isn't the Master Model Academy one. This is the guy that comes from the Polybag.
Wasn't
that for the game?
Yeah, Lego Universe, isn't it?
Yeah, for Lego Universe.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's cool. Oh.
If only we knew someone who actually worked in that game.
She appears yet again. Even more. And Doug. Is that Doug? No, that's Waffles.
Waffles and Doug, I think.
Hi, Waffles. What's up?
Sorry, I have a very demanding child right now.
Which one?
Named Waffles, who wants me to play with him nonstop.
And why would you not?
I know. You want to say hi, Waffles? No.
Where's
That's as best as I can get.
I've seen Natalie rocking a Nirvana shirt. Very good. Pairing.
Yeah, we're trying to be that cool girl.
You are a car. Well, you don't even have to try.
I was gonna say, she's a cool kid. What's going on?
She's turning 12 in a week or two.
Ooh. You're
Sorry
12
to hear
months from
that.
teenagerdom.
So close to the teen drama.
Oh yeah.
My
I got
daughter's
small
10
Paula,
and already got the drama.
I got Small Paul a Foo Fighters shirt because everybody else wears Nirvana.
Well, Brian's favorite like 90s band is Nirvana, and her and Brian go around listening to Nirvana, and I don't like Nirvana, so it's their thing.
You don't
In
like
the
the
90s.
Nirvana. You don't like the Rush. What is wrong with you?
I'd rather listen to Rush over Nirvana.
Ooh, wow.
Yes.
That's harsh.
In the 90s, I lived in DC and Nirvana came to town, and I was like, oh, I'll see him the next time. Oops.
Oh.
You know what? It's still too soon.
So someone said Nimhashima 3 times, and I guess that's what it takes to summon me.
That's what we theorized.
Mm-hmm.
So have everyone's cubes coming?
You saw mine.
I did.
Well,
Mine
I don't
came
think
up
she saw it.
ears.
Mine are still in the box from last year.
See how much I got done?
Oh, see, now he gets upset if I don't pay attention to him.
Wow, he is high maintenance.
Well, now that classes are done, I actually can move new Hashima to the front burner. So, Mark's got a nice
Teal.
little leaf.
Somebody's doing-
is that teal I see?
Somebody's doing teal because he knows it's going to get the wow factor.
Ooh, and a little orange. I like the
Yours are
orange.
Coral or
That looks like just
It's
it-
orange.
Standard orange.
standard orange.
How bad is your monitor that this looks like coral?
hey, you never know. Your wall looks like it's wall paneling, so I don't know.
Are you talking about this wall or the one behind me? Because the one behind me is crappy wood paneling for sure, but you know.
Yeah.
Ow.
I also did some like little jumper kind of stuff going on with the windows so that they're not just flat. So I was trying to.
I think that's kind of a prerequisite for Neo Atlanta / New Hashima is that you have to pull out all the NPU you can muster.
I know that's part of what I'm doing here is trying to, just extra on everything. So
You gotta. You either have to go extra or you got to do brutal architecture and be completely the other end of the spectrum. It's either one or the other. You can't be in the middle.
Or you got to be Blake Foster and just crap on everybody's parade. That's what.
Oh, well,
I was gonna
that's-
say Blake Foster just made the most complex fascias greebling I've ever seen ever.
It's basically a spaceship standing upright. It's all it is.
It is.
It's
I can't hope to like do stuff like him. I'm just going to do the best I can over here.
Well, the problem is that you're old and you have responsibilities, and that's what gets in the way of doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you know.
Although
Well,
I can't
We're all
spend
not
like a
Blake
year on one
Frosters, so
thing
it's
and-
okay.
Is Blake coming to Atlanta? Because if he's not, then we're all safe.
No, he'll be at Brick World.
He'll be in Chicago.
He's poop on it. You're cheating.
Did we just hear Natalie?
I heard that.
Yes.
That was Waffles.
She's playing with her brother.
That was Doug. Doug's all mad, you know.
No, Doug is being the old man, not amused.
Oh, we love Doug. Nougat lug.
Doug.
Nougat lug.
Doug's like, these kids, when I was younger, I had all this energy, but now I'm just tired.
He
Get off
he
my
got
lawn.
really pissed off at me this afternoon. Because we don't trust Waffles and Doug home alone together. We trust Doug home alone, but not Waffles.
So it's a pet life situation.
He's getting there. We'll give him another month, and I'll probably trust him. But until then, when Brian has to go out, he usually just drops him at my office. And Doug was there when he dropped Waffles off, and Doug is pissed off that Waffles got to stay with me. And so when I came home, Doug was very upset at me, and like, yeah, he was angry.
Just don't get a third dog.
No, this is
saying.
it.
You're already playing. You don't want to go to zone defense. It's
No, no.
Yeah.
Then you've got the 3-dog problem. I think they made a Netflix series about that.
Or you could make an album like Three Dog Night. So it's
Is there really a Netflix series, The 3-Dog Problem?
The 3-body
Yes.
problem.
3
Keep up, keep up, keep up.
but there really was a
Because
Three
I'm
Dog
sitting
Night.
here thinking, I'm like, I got a different spin for them, the 5-cat problem or the 4-cat problem. Because let me tell you, it's crazy.
No,
Hey
it's
Jeff,
bringing
I
it
heard
up.
Bricks in the Six was off the hook this year.
It was pretty good. Yeah. Who'd you hear that from?
Everyone. I mean,
Everyone was there.
everyone was there. And if you weren't there, you were wishing you were there. I had FOMO.
I had FOMO.
I had FOMO.
Oh,
Well, it's been unofficially announced for November of next year.
I
So-
told Simon next year my second non-local con will be Bricks in the Six.
Awesome.
Nice.
the real question is, are they ever going to put it on American Thanksgiving? Because it would be super easy for me to go if it were on American Thanksgiving.
But
I'm just
probably
saying.
not for everybody else.
But who
I will be
cares?
on
They're
top
in
of it.
America. We can get to Canada and enjoy.
We
the
don't have to
fun.
work on American Thanksgiving. We can go to Lego conventions. If they want to get more Americs, they should move it to the U.S. Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because then it's an excuse not to host anybody because I'll be like, oh, I'm going on vacation this Thanksgiving.
Right. You don't have to have those awkward political discussions with your relatives that you don't really want to talk to about politics. So it's perfect.
It's not the politics. It's the cooking, and the hosting. I did it for 11 years, and I'm kind of like, I think this is the last year I can use the cancer card.
Yeah, they
Guess
cut
what?
you off. I know.
You
Oh,
can use the
Mel
word
Pilot
no.
said it's not chemo brain. I think you're just forgetting on purpose. So
I mean,
You can use the
my
word
my
no at any
wonderful
point.
toilet time bathroom drug is a good excuse. But
I couldn't have made that up.
All right. So the next time you don't want to host it, just tell us and you'll say, well, we're going to my friend Matt's because I invited a few people over. So if you need an excuse, you just say you're
Matt
coming to Matt's.
always invites us over. It's
'Cause-
always an open door invitation. So
Thomas
I know.
Thomas likes to cook once a year for a bunch of people, and then that's it.
you know what?
Waffles,
there's
are you
nothing
gonna
wrong with
calm
that.
down now?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Although
No,
we're doing-
no more
we're doing
playing.
ham
We're
this
done
year.
playing, sir. There we
No
go.
turkey, just ham at our house.
Ham is good.
Come on, Steve. Come on down. You can come for Thanksgiving. Old and Surly, you want to come down?
So I will actually be in Commerce, Georgia on Thursday. We haven't decided if I'm coming down Wednesday, but it is Thanksgiving Day. But I'm just doing that really quick and going to near Augusta on Thursday afternoon and everything.
Well, you could skip your dad and come hang out with me. I mean, I'm sure-
Well, I'm trying to figure out, if there's any way for me to then shoot back to the Atlanta area in any way. That I don't think there is, but
So-
there's a possibility we may come early and do Wednesday, and there's a possibility Wednesday I might be like around. So I'll let y'all
What
know.
I want to know is, what do we have to do to get you to come down sometime around Christmas for the Old Gray Bricks official Christmas breakfast?
Yeah, we may actually have to go to a different diner since it's not right next to your house.
Or we could always meet up halfway.
Meet in Augusta.
Tennessee.
Or yeah, Augusta. I don't know. I'm spitballing.
No. I mean, I'm up for meeting halfway. We could do a road trip to.
We'll just meet at Chris's dad's house. We'll just all show up, pull into his driveway, and he'll be like, "Who are these whippersnappers in my driveway?"
My dad is armed. But he's 90. He's not 89 and a half. He bought a chainsaw when his trees fell in his yard. He bought a chainsaw on the internet. Fortunately, the oil bottle for the chain was empty when he got it from Amazon, so he couldn't fire it up.
Oh, thank God.
And he's been searching the internet for a Bobcat loader, so don't mess with him. All right.
Well, I'm just counting on his aim being off at that age. So,
Listen.
Now, Chris, I assume your dad owns his house?
Yes.
So who gets it in 20 years when he finally passes away?
It's 20 years.
He's going to outlive me, I can tell you right now.
That's what I'm wondering. So is that like Jake's future home when,
Could be. Could be. Actually, I'm kind of nervous about going for Thanksgiving because I'll get to see it now that they've cleared all the trees out. So like half of those trees I played under as a kid are gone.
Oh,
it'd be weird. Now I've seen them down, and but it was all still there. So it's gonna be weird to see coming up.
Chopping down your childhood one tree at a time.
Yeah, that was actually the hurricane, but it did.
By the way, Steve, you should probably go ahead and copyright that into a lyric in a song now while you're thinking about it. That was
probably
pretty
change it to felling a tree, felling a childhood one tree at a time.
It's too late. The Google bot has already absorbed it. The Google AI on YouTube has already learned it, and it's gone already.
Some hip hop artist has already got it and loaded in a song, and it'll be out next week. So
I'm asking GPT to write the lyrics right now as we're on the show.
By the way, if you go on TikTok and do a search and you put your name and the word poop in, there will be a recording of a song with your name poop in it. I mean, it's an original recording every time, and it cracks me up.
I'm glad you went that way, and it wasn't like if you put your name in Google with the word poop, there will be a video of you pooping. Like, I'm glad that was not where you were going.
Yeah, Chris, I had no idea where that story was going to end up. I'm a little worried.
I need to irritate my child with that.
Here,
PW, you didn't get invited for Thanksgiving because you've already had your Thanksgiving. He did this little like, what about me? You didn't invite me down. He must have the sound turned down. He doesn't know we're talking about him.
Who, me? No, I was.
I wasn't paying attention, but Meredith went to the woodshop annex.
No, this is my guest bedroom, which is also why I can't host people. And
it's got a new Hashima table in it.
Yes, here's the new inner city.
Ooh,
cool.
Can I come over and build with y'all?
I also noticed that the drop ceiling tiles are missing too.
Well,
that's so you.
So you know what happened?
The tower she's building in there.
No, what happened is I want to say like a year ago, our ice maker leaked. It was a like $1 snap part.
Yeah.
And it leaked all through there.
Yep.
And then what was it, about 2 months ago or a month and a half ago, we installed a new faucet, and the fitting didn't fit right.
Oh.
And then it leaked on the newly repaired ceiling.
Ooh. So this is actually the second time there's been a hole in that ceiling.
Yes. And because we're in the middle of New Ashima, we're not fixing it until after New Ashima.
Good plan. Good plan.
Well,
I don't ever remember seeing that hole in the ceiling anytime I've been over there.
Yeah, this is literally like the second, like in less than a year, the second time that we've had to redo the ceiling.
So at this point, you might as well not fix it until you're ready to sell the house and move, and then you can fix it.
Well, hey, Meredith, I know as a pastor, let me give you some encouragement.
Chris, poop, poop, poop. Chris, poop, poop, poop. Chris, Chris.
There it is.
That's a crappy song, man.
Okay.
The best part is when I searched it, it just I put in Chris and it just went poop because it knew what I was going after. Because I do it every time.
Are you going on? Are you doing some Chat GPT songs?
No, that's if you put your name in TikTok, that somebody has recorded
No,
a song with poop in it, like or whatever. But it's just hilarious. That's almost as good as doing the Alexa thing with the poopy poems. Those are great.
How often do you Google your name and bodily functions at the same
Probably
time?
a lot because his search history is like got it going.
Dead on. Yeah. I mean,
The algorithm found me for a reason, sir.
Pools. He's like he types pools and like Google's like, did you mean poop? yes, I did mean poop actually.
That was a typo, yes, sir.
yes. Thank you very much for the poop, sir. May I have another?
Natalie, just talk about your favorite topic. Bathroom humor.
The link of the
Bark jokes.
56, by the way.
Oh, hold on. Brian has more to show you. Hold on one second.
More
Let me-
drop ceiling.
I have more Lego to share before we exit. So go ahead, Brian.
There we go. So that's just the inner city. This is the freaking ocean and the train layout.
Can we full screen this so we can actually see,
Oh God, why would we do that?
please?
Production. What is that?
Somebody
All
is
right,
sick at the controls.
There we
Who's
go.
in this thing?
It's 15 base plates. It's 15 by 8 base plates.
And 112-year-old.
It fits a Natalie very well.
32 by 32 base plates or the 48 by 48.
32 by 32.
Can she lay down on it so we can see how many Natalie's?
Natalie,
long?
can you go lay down on it for scale?
Need a banana for scale.
Yeah, we're not
We
sure
haven't
how
seen
tall
Natalie-
Natalie is. so-
Wow.
She is 5 foot. So
Okay, there you go.
Is she really?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's impressive.
cool. We're gonna leave her down here.
Hey,
night.
It's your new bedroom.
welcome, kid. All this work. This is where you're staying.
I do have a work in progress to share.
All right.
Ooh.
Since you actually are doing Lego, while the others are just wandering around. so-
I may not be doing a lot of Lego, but I'm doing some. And this actually has been an ongoing project that I've been dragging my feet on because I switched to this because I was dragging my feet on another project completely, which is actually also dragging my feet on another commission that I still need to finish. But I digress.
I was building a rhino and I was going to make it poop and do it on air. And I'm like, that's just stupid. And I quit. That's how much Lego I've been doing while,
Save it for TikTok.
I want
Chris.
to build that rhino now. That rhino looks pretty awesome.
the Rhino is
he,
pretty
is,
cool.
he is really
So
cool.
so here is a work in progress for the next mega habitat.
Wow.
Ooh.
So it's a
Mega.
Miners.
it's a mine cart, and I've got a
It's not
dinosaur
Mars,
skull that's been unearthed in the mine.
Oh, that's what that is.
And so then the miner
Don't drop it.
will be down there with it.
It's a miner.
Are you going to have a miner?
It's gonna
Is
be a
that-
miner.
Is that new gray or old or dark?
That looks like a very minor mock.
boom boom. It's dark stone gray for
Okay.
those of you who are paying attention.
That's a very large habitat.
To go with the
That's-
other five large habitats that are like it, and the potential 4 more large habitats that I could potentially build between now and February. Not saying I'm going to build those other 4, but I could build those other 4 because I have
could.
parts coming for orange, green, and lime, and I already have blue that I can do too. So it could be a stack of 10 by February.
Magenta.
Your mom could be a
Maybe.
second.
Maybe. But I'm thinking it might be more of a stack of like 8, not 10. I don't think I'll get the last 2 done in time.
So
Hey, I gotta go. Apparently Waffles just made a mess out of tinfoil.
He was trying to build a hat.
Well, you'll know you swallowed some in about 3 days. You'll see a little silver thing. in the
Yeah. I don't need to have a dog with a perforated intestine, so
So before we
go make him puke.
Today's hat is very special. It's a
Poop.
turkey wielding a baster as a baseball bat. So
Nice.
That's
I'm-
clever.
I'm gonna wear it on Thursday, but I just had to bring it out for tonight's show. So
But what was today's official hat?
the astrological sign for the lion.
Oh, okay.
That was the official hat of the day. But you got a sneak preview for Thursday.
You mean Leo?
Leo.
But I feel cool that we got the preview with a new hat. So cool.
That is.
It's cool.
I've cut back on my Lego spinning, but hat spinning is
Dana, 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 perp, perp, perp. Dana, Dana, perp.
Is that where your name came from, Dana?
No, my name is actually short for Dana
Troubles,
Cleese.
Troubles Bripping?
Dana Cleese. My given name is actually Dana Cleese Knutson because my grandmother was Greek.
Get out.
You should have a Dana Cleese statue with you doing the
Yes. I had a guy. I worked with a guy whose name was actually Zorn. That was his given name, was Zorn. And he asked me one day what Dana was short for, and without dropping a beat, I said Dana Cleese.
Does that sword hang over your head all the time? The sword of Danacles.
Sword of Danacles? Yes.
You look more like a Dana Crates to me.
I don't know. If you knew my grandmother, you would disagree. You would disagree.
This is one of the weirdest chats.
This is
And
what
if you want
listen
Lego
for 2 months.
news. If you want Lego news, tune into Jeff's chats on Wednesday.
Yes,
that's true. If you want,
and just think, when I was gone for the last 2 months, you missed me doing UFO sets of the week, which could have happened. So
yeah,
we still will.
I wouldn't say we missed it.
Yeah, but you're right because I'm going to do it in January. But I might actually make it UFO or insectoids instead of UFO. We'll see.
Insectoids.
Yes, this is as Steve put in the chat. This is the new definition of Messy Monday.
It's always been the definition of Messy Monday.
This is what happens when you put 4 ADHD people in a chat.
Remember when we used to have guests?
4?
Mark's not really ADHD,
but still, I think the number is still pretty low.
Oh, you're saying it should be higher? Okay.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Matthew? My report cards always said socializes too much when I was growing up.
You put 7 children in a room is what it's more like.
Yeah. I mean, if you just count the number of squares in any one of our shows, those are all the people with ADHD.
and are eternally 13 inside. So
I once saw Temple Grandin, who talks about being on the autism spectrum, and she goes, I go and give a talk at a science conference, and she goes, I walk in the room and like everybody's on their laptop, and I'm like, I feel right at home. These are my people.
Hello, have you walked into a Lego convention? You are amongst your peers. It's like you're going home. It's the family you never knew you were missing. That's
I have to say that one of the most pleasant things about the Bricks and the Six was getting to actually just talk to Dave Cowdice, because like I literally felt like I've known him for 50 years, but I'd only met him face to face that weekend. But like, we're like trading Ferris Bueller jokes and just talking about stuff, and it was awesome. So
I feel that the day I actually get to meet Gil, I will probably die the following day, because there will be nothing more to achieve after that point in time.
we need to get.
You'll have to go to Canada and drive to his house if you want to meet him.
Which is probably what's going to have to happen, and I'm going to have to make that pilgrimage at some point in time. So
Codice made intimations that after his youngsters may be done with school, he'd come down to Atlanta. But we need to get him to kidnap Gil and bring him down with. And
don't say that.
VW.
And I got bumped
the last
off
time you used the K word, we got banned from YouTube for a month.
Oh, is that right?
Okay, I didn't, but still.
Anyways, it's been a good show, everybody. Hope you enjoyed our ADHD.
By the way, we are functional neurodivergent. By the way, that's
we are. Look, I own a home, so I mean, I'm not a complete mess, but
we're functional. That's the point.
Functional. Yeah. Although if you add chemo on it, it makes it just like burn harder. You just have ADHD Zilla. So
yeah.
Well, you know what, Olden Surly, I don't think we've heard from you today. How are you, sir? We didn't do a spin around the room or anything like that, and you just been chill. What's up, man?
I just enjoyed it. I'm riding the painkiller train after being on travel. So instead of watching Pink Floyd, I just watch a bunch of old gray bricks sit there and slowly divulge into madness. Yeah, I spent the last couple weeks down in Key West for work, which sounds better than it actually is. Did you know there's roosters everywhere in Key West? That was the
Yep.
craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. There
So
are
you're saying
literally
there's a lot of
roosters.
cocks in Key West? Is that what I'm getting from
You
that?
get there, it's after an hour, and you just
Yeah,
Sorry,
I had
I-
to drop at least those ones. Yeah.
Sorry.
I did try to build something. I want to find out whoever created the Starry Night set. I
That
want
was
to have
Van
a
Gogh.
long talk with them. Yeah, I want to have a long talk. No, I want to have a long talk with whoever came up with that set, because it's either blue, light blue, slightly blue, kind of blue, really, really light
Bluish.
blue.
And Lego instructions are notorious for being horrible for people who are colorblind.
Exactly. And I obviously I must be on the spectrum, because I was like just looking at it cross-eyed for an hour.
No,
and
you're
then
not on the
tearing it
spectrum. They
apart
just do
again.
horrible instructions with different colors.
Well, that makes me feel a lot better then. So
Because
Yeah,
God
that's been
forbid
about
they would
the only-
actually do like Pantone color printing, and no, they don't.
yeah, that would have been a lifesaver, that's for sure. So I
Oh,
gave up on that one. Let's just say that's gone back into the closet for now until I can right my wrongs in my past there. But yeah, other than that, just been
you may
been
just want to
missing you
hold on
guys.
to it
Haven't had a
until
chance.
it's partially
Yeah.
complete.
You paid your penance. That's what. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Chris trying to do a mosaic set.
Don't get me started. It drove me nuts. So
Oh my
bad.
gosh.
And
I wish I did.
back there. The space one. I hated it. I hated it. Had I not wanted to have that spaceman hanging out, I would have not done it. I would just trashed it.
I hope you had a good time. My aunt lives down there. We went down to Key West in January or no, this last December, a year ago. We went down, and unfortunately, we had like hurricane force 1 level winds, so we couldn't take our boat ride out to the national park. But we still had really good food, and I got to visit with my aunt and uncle. And my uncle grew up on Key West, so he had all these stories about before it became like such a huge tourist attraction, and how it was like a little fishing village, and they go out and they catch lobsters and eat them for dinner and stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely a beautiful place, but like you said, there's no Lego to be found in that little rocky coral shore, that's for sure. So
Yeah.
yeah, but other than iguanas and chickens, that was about the only wildlife we saw. And I had my first conch fritter. I never thought I'd have a conch fritter, but
They're
I have to
delicious.
say,
Did you have a plantain sandwich?
I'm sorry,
Did you have anything with plantains in it?
I did not, unfortunately.
Did you
Unfortunately.
visit the Hemingway house? Because they have the 6-toed
Ooh.
cats there.
The cats.
want-
Oh, yes.
I wanted to go. I drove by it in a hurry, but unfortunately
He
did not
drove
get
by.
it.
Meow. Oh man.
They actually have a wall around the house, and the top of the wall has like this curved chain link, so the cats can't jump over the wall and get out. It's impressive.
Oh my god!
Did you
But
take
so-
your paperback copy of Where is Joe Merchant to read while you were there?
Apparently, I should have talked to all the Key West experts on
Jimmy Buffett's
on
an
there. If I'd
author?
only known. If I'd
World
only
Travelers
known.
right here.
Oh my god!
This was the book I read on the beach when I was a lifeguard at Disney World. So I still have it, as a matter of fact.
He
So.
keeps it in
He's
his back
within
pocket
reach
just for
too.
moments
He
like
has it
this.
within reach.
There's a lot in that sentence to unpack. Wow.
So much.
I dropped all of that information in that compact bomb for you, Steve.
That was
Kind of like
dope.
Esposito.
Well, necessarily, where are you going next, so we can help properly prepare you for your trip?
You know what? My life is kind of like a spinning dial. It's usually the most painful place you can find. This one was a good place, but I just my back went out and I didn't get to enjoy it
Scranton,
as much as I
Pennsylvania.
wanted. Yeah.
I'm thinking Pocatello, Idaho.
I just got a hat
Diego
for the
Garcia.
Pocatello posse.
Or
I
you
did.
could go to Willie Coochie, Georgia. That is actually a really fun.
Or somewhere on the
wish.
Chattahoochee, which is just a euphemism on its own.
Where it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. Isn't that how the song goes?
Right.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. Yes, that is the lyric you're looking for.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's why I missed you guys. Just because you all are the most deranged. Was it neurodivergent folks that I could hope for?
Functional. Although
Well-
that word doesn't sound like it means as much as I thought it meant, but yes.
We're neurodivergent homeowners, so we're not total F-ups.
There you go. There you go.
Matthew, it's pronounced home meowners.
Home meowners. You can't say homeowner without meow.
Meow.
Just as if an off-topic show could not fall farther away from the
I
topic.
brought Lego. You guys
We talked
did
about
bring a Rhino. I'll give you that, but I
we
brought.
talked, We talked about F1, so I mean,
Yeah,
we did
that's
talk
true. And
Talked
how
about
great-
parts.
we didn't talk about the 10 almost identical speed champion sets, but
and the 10 where one of them is listed as 18 plus. Did you notice that?
that's for Red Bull though. That's because they can't market toys to, or they can't market
And
energy.
actually, if you
drinks.
watch Nicole's video of watching one of the F1 racers actually go through and look at all of those cars, they are unique in style
Yeah.
to those specific
I
cars.
saw them pointing at different parts of it that were.
Let me put my glasses back down.
they're
So no, they are not identical, Mr. Smart.
they're close look enough.
Hello, have you ever seen an F1 car? If you've seen one F1 car, they look like all F1 cars.
Considering that I called them Indy cars in my my last Canadian
what I
book
call
club
them
set,
too.
Yeah.
Well-
Stunt cars, any cars, they're all the same. It's all.
Bobby
Well,
Rahal.
somebody pointed out that there's an advertisement for a gambling site on one of the non-18 plus ones
What?
or whatever. So I think
Yeah,
Jake's
Clink
telling me
or-
that. I didn't look it
Did
up.
you guys talk about the website on the back of the Barbie boxes while I was gone
No, we
for
did
the
not.
Wicked sets? Anyway, all right, Google that.
We only talk about Barbie when you're on the show.
No,
Don't-
we're not going to Google that. Please don't Google that. In fact, scratch that, reverse that. Anyway,
Don't listen to Uncle Dana.
no. Do you mean to pull the Dana Poop song out again? Just to
I think we should close with it, but yes.
Dana, how richly were you compensated to drop that?
to drop the Dana Poop, you get that for free.
No. To go check out the thing on the back of the. No.
It's just a Rick
I'm just
roll.
stirring up
That's all
trouble.
it is.
I'm just stirring up trouble. That's all I am. That's all I am.
Right. I'm going to stop this mess right now.
I got
Remember, guests in the show, when I hit the end button, it drops you out. Drop back in. We'll chat afterwards. Or shame Dana, one or the other. Y'all have a great
I
night.
got critters to feed. It's all good.
Hey, I am thankful for most everybody in this room, and
Most ever.
I feel attacked there in some way.
no, I am, and I really appreciate you guys, and appreciate all you that have been watching today. I hope you get some great time with family and friends this week. Be awesome, build awesome, and don't do anything dumb.
Google the name of poop.